Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's start this off. Alright folks, Pacini's Idiot, we are back. Playing criminal case on Facebook. Let's head on to case number 21. Oh, that's right. No legs. What a relief, Ace. We finally got the mind protection spell and cured Gwen of her demonic nightmares. Now that the evil demons can't spy on us, and Arthur told us everything we could about them. Yeah, Arthur already told us about the rift between the demons 30 years ago, and how he was part of the rebellion that rose up against the Demon Queen. Well, the rebels finally locked her in a cage somewhere between our world and the Netherworld, and that cage was secured with 5 keys. The evil demons already have 4 of these keys. If they get the last one, they will multiply in strength and invade our world. They'll suck the life out of every living thing to sustain themselves. So we've got to keep the Queen locked up. But how? One of Arthur's allies made the keys. He was the only one who knew what the 5th key is and where to find it, but he was killed years ago by the Queen's soldiers. And Arthur only knew his demon name, Rathamael, but nothing but the human identity assumed while he hid in our world. After Arthur spent years investigating on his own, but all he found out was that his ally was hiding somewhere on the East Coast. Well, now that our minds are safe from invaders, we can join forces with Arthur and continue the search for clues about his dead demon accomplice and the 5th key. It's a matter of Gwen, what's up? Hey, you gotta get down here right away. Wait, where's here and why? I went for a walk through the Highsmith University campus. In the boat dock on the river, I found a body, and the death does not look normal. I know I've got other stuff to do, but this honestly looks like a case that only we could handle. Got it. Hey, you should probably go down and check the boat dock with Gwen and tell us what you find. Ooh, that's pretty. My hope is to do case 22 as well today, so we're going to do a back-to-back double feature. Well, Ace, feels so good to be back on my feet and working again. But speaking of work, I didn't expect to walk right into a case, and this body is one of the most gruesome I've ever seen. It seems he was stabbed in the stomach, which is common enough, but then his legs looked like they were eaten off. What kind of creature would do this? Was it some wild animal loose on campus? This guy's clothes show that he was on the rowing team. Could there be something dangerous living in the river? Ben should be able to tell us more after the autopsy. In the meantime, what other clues do we have? Whoever dropped the student ID card could be a witness. The name is illegible. Let's run through the picture through the database. Maybe these 4 pieces of foam were something important as well. Let's put them back together. Let's send a quick message to the chief, tell him we're on the case, and let's get to work. No leg to stand on. This is a foam hand, like the kind fans have at sporting events. It's got the university colors and it says Go Highsmith Rowers. So a fan of the rowing team was here and unhand my hand. Whoa, this instant. What the heck are you? I'm sorry. I shall require it to support the Highsmith in the upcoming regatta. Well, I'm afraid the race will be canceled. We just found a member of the team murdered. Wait, murdered? Horrific. His teeth, they look like, they're so pointy. We're with campus security investigating, and who might you be? Why are you dressed like that? My name is Johann Ziet. I provide team spirit at the sporting events here at Highsmith University. I am outfitted to resemble Reginald Highsmith, who founded Highsmith University in 1733. Well, Mr. Ziet, while you're here, we'd like to ask you a few questions. Alright. Well, I'll see you guys in a little bit. I gotta go grab some stars. My Pacini's 8. Au revoir. Alright, folks, Genius 88. Let's go on to this. We grabbed a bunch of stars. Time to finish this off. Ooh, wow, I've not seen like puka shells in a really long time. Did not know they were still a thing. A student ID card belongs to Muriel Cove. It says she's a freshman marine biology major. Ah. See if she knew our victim. So are we really thinking that this is a supernatural creature that's like the Loch Ness Monster or something? Interesting. By the way, this guy is creepy. Mr. Zeet, since you knew the university rowing team, what can you tell us about the athlete we found murdered? I do not personally mix with the team members. I prefer support from afar so as not to distract their connection. But I can tell you that this deceased young man was the finest member of the team. Do not misunderstand me. The team as a whole is quite strong, but his work ethic was heads above others. Interesting. Is it possible he was put out of commission by another member of the team? Oh heavens, no. This team is thick as thieves. When they assemble themselves in a boat, they operate as a single organism. Well, speaking of organisms, the victim's legs were bitten off by a large animal. Do you know anything who could have done that? Well, the rowers have superstitions of a kraken-like being that lives in the river and devours the regatta's losing teams. A freshwater kraken? Huh. That's an interesting concept. Oh, it's a mere legend, of course, and seeing as Highsmith is not in the habit of losing, the poor boy's demise is certainly due to something else altogether. Interesting. Now I must be going. I'm already really late for a scrimmage match of the Highsmith Footballers Club. Hey, Miss Cole, we found your student ID over by the dock. Oh, thank you. I was looking all over for it. The dock is also where we found a member of the crew team murdered. As campus security, we're looking into his death. Wait, murder? Oh my. Can you identify this boy? Oh yeah, that's Eric Prince. He's second seat on the crew team. I sometimes see his team train while I'm doing field work for my courses. Well, that's right, you're a marine biology major. Eric's legs appear to have been chewed off by a large animal. Do you know anything that could have done that? Chewed off? No. The biggest things living in that river are carp, and they'd never attack a human. Well then, can you tell us anything else you know about Eric? Well, I know I hung out in the university garden a lot. Maybe you'll find something there to help your case. I have to get to class now, but good luck with your investigation. Well, at least we got another lead. Let's head to the garden. Oh, there's a clue. Ace, look at this hat. It's wet, but we're nowhere near the river. There are initials embroidered on it, EP, and those are the victim's initials. So that is what it must have come from the crime scene. Let's go get a sample. And what's up with this gym bag? Yeah, Mira said the victim was second seat on crew team, and the bag has the number 2 on it. This is definitely the victim's bag. Let's see if there's a clue in it. Mostly peanut butter, maybe. Oh, it's a cheesy substance. Well, great, Ace. Now let's get the sample we got from the victim's hat, wet hat, to Priya for examination. Oh, here we go. H is a ring in the victim's gym bag, and there are Greek letters on it. Pi Mu Upsilon. Hey, that's a sorority. Seems like Prince was close to someone in the sorority. It says here that the sorority's president's name is Vanessa Sadler. She can help find us the ring's owner. She looks a little extra. Hey Gwen, I'm happy to see you back up and out again. I never thought I'd be free of that demon. I wish I knew who it was. We can say for sure that it was someone with whom we've already crossed paths, and it's possible they were disguised as a human, as demons are wont to do. Luckily you're better now, and we're all protected from that ever happening again. Yeah, and we've already got another mysterious murder to solve. A university student was found stabbed with his legs missing. We're hoping the sample Ace took from the victim's hat could give us a clue. Well, there's residue in the sample shows the presence of beef fillet, provolone cheese, and caramelized onions. Well, that sounds like human food, not monster food. It must have been left by whoever stabbed the victim. Ben confirmed the victim had eaten nothing with those ingredients the past 24 hours, so left by your killer. Ah, Philadelphia. It's clear the residue came from a Philly cheesesteak sandwich. So your killer definitely enjoys Philly cheesesteak sandwiches. I should have known. We're on a roll with this cheese. We'll roll with this case. A hoagie roll, that is. Good to see you back, Gwen. Hello, is anyone here? Vanessa Sadler? Yes, hi. You missed the party. There's still some mixers and stuff left. Can I get you something? Screwdriver? Jungle juice? No, thank you. We're actually here to find the owner of this ring. Wait, did my boyfriend give this to you? I left it in his dorm room last night when I was getting ready. Sure you don't want a drink? Yeah, thank you. We're sure. We've got some bad news about Eric. I found him at the boat dock and he was murdered. Murdered? What? You're kidding, right? Huh? This is a joke? Did Ashley get you to do this? Because if she did, she could say bye-bye to those yoga pants I borrowed. I promise you, we're not kidding. We're campus security investigating this murder. He was stabbed and his legs were eaten off by a large animal. Okay. You're hilarious. You should toast come to our next party. I'm gonna go get you a drink. You guys can help us finish the mixers. Ace, I think we should probably talk to this girl when she sobers up again. She's nuts. She's nuts. Ace, whatever chew this guy's legs off, it was big. Some kind of monster? Wounds don't match any known animals. This thing is definitely supernatural, but they're too messy for me to make an educated guess about what it could be. However, the stab wound in his stomach was very clean, so there's both a killer and an eater involved. And the direction of the stab wound shows without doubt the killer is left-handed. Ah. Interesting. Hey, what's up? What's up, Josh? Good to see you here. Well, Ace, now that I'm back on my feet, it was nice to get out for some fresh air. Yep. Where are we going to get to? Guys, do you speak Italian? No? Why? Well, someone here wants to talk to you, but he's so upset he's only speaking in Italian. Well, tell him we're sorry, but... Per favore. Dimmi cosa su compagnia di stanza. I do not speak Italian very well. Alright, I'm gonna go grab some stars. I'll see you guys back in chapter 2. This is Bitching Easy. Over and out. Back. Let's head on to chapter number 2. Where? Dimmi cosa è successo al mio compagno di stanza. Whoa, slow down. Buongiorno? Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Marcelo Campiano. Where's my roommate, Eric Prince? He is morto. He's dead. Cosa è successo? Yeah, sadly he's dead, and we'd like to talk to you about it if we may. Oh, he's reading Dante's Inferno. Oh, now that is an interesting chapter art. Whoa, that is a very, very cool chapter art. You must be tell me what happened to Eric. He is dead. Yeah. Are you his roommate? I come from Italy to study poetry. I'm in the class reading Dante's Inferno in our 21st century hellscape. Sounds dark. Dante say that the path to paradise begin in hell. I was scared to begin my journey here, but when I met my roommate Eric, we became best friends. But now I hear a monster eat his legs, like a demon in Dante, chomping the people to pieces. Can you tell us anything else about Eric? Did he have any enemies? No, he was very nice. Eric Guidato guided me here, like the poet Virgil. But for information, you can go to the library. All the answers in the world are in the library. You know, that's not really a bad idea. We might find something about our mystery creature there, Ace. Let's head to the library. Ace, this poster has the victim on it. It looks like it's advertising the race the victim's team had coming up, and someone wrote something on it. Let's recover the text. Wait a minute, that globe has a lock on it. That means there must be something important inside. And is it important to our case? We'll find out. That is a very, very good. Yeah, butchering foreign languages. That's what I'm good at. Oh, that's a little creepy. Recovering the writing from the posters. It says, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. If the kraken eats your legs, don't forget to scream. Well, this is definitely the way that, it looks like it was definitely by the killer. We should see what Felix can tell us about where this text is from. That sure seems like it's the kraken out there. I find it hard to believe that no one else would have, found the kraken, but whoa, what the? Ace, this globe has a human head in it. You're right, it looks like the head of the mascot guy we met. Does this mean there's 2 murders to solve? Wait, what? What? Say, what? Just open his eyes. Oh, it's only you. Thank goodness you found me. Some young hooligan locked me in that blasted thing, and I've been unable to scratch my nose for hours. I expect the rest of me will join us here shortly. And in the meantime, would you be so kind as to scratch my nose for me? Let's just wait until your body gets here, then we need to talk. Say what? That seems important to talk to you. Thanks again for recovering my better half. My body would be lost without it. Wait. What's the deal? Are you a zombie or something? No, and do please keep your voice down. This is a library. I am nothing as vulgar as a zombie. I am a corporeal undead being called a revenant, and we aren't unlike those shuffling, slavering imbeciles. Now, you must not tell anyone of this. I had gone this long hidden in plain sight, disguised as a school mascot. But that Eric Payne learned my little secret when I tripped on a misplaced oar and my head detached. He told his companions, and ever since they've seen fit to steal my head and trap it in improbable places. Wait, so how do we know that you're not the one who killed Eric? His pranks went too far and you lost your head. I mean, your temper. I will not dignify that question with a response. I have walked the earth for 200 years. Even without murderous intervention, that boy's life would be but a blink of an eye compared to my eternal existence. I knew that guy was weird, but did not know that weird. You know, as someone who's been in the mouth of a giant lizard and paralyzed because of it, this threat from a killer is pretty messed up. Agree, is there anything on the poster to indicate who wrote it? Nah, it's really clean. No fingerprints or nothing, but the text itself was helpful. Apparently this person who feeds other people to monsters wasn't creative enough to write this little cute poem about aquatic amputation themselves. It's from Arthur Darkwood's book. Dude's written a stack about krakens. That's right, I sometimes forget that Arthur Darkwood isn't just a demon, but also a famous author. Clearly your killer's a big fan. So we're looking for a killer fan of Darkwood's books. Interesting. Hope hacked into the university's library system and found out these girls, Muriel and Vanessa, checked out Darkwood Kraken books recently. We'll add that to their suspect files. And speaking of Krakens, let's head back to the dock. Great, so now we're getting two girls. One of them was his girlfriend. Was the other one someone that was trying to be his girlfriend? I don't even know what a revenant is. Oh, that is amazing hair. I am lost right now with everything. Got her kind of after that. Each found the victim's phone. Let's get it unlocked and see what's on it. We can always count on digging in the trash to give us a clue. Perfect. The victim's phone is unlocked. Let's get it to Hope. Ace, what was some tear up this magazine article before throwing it away? Let's put it back together and find out what it is. Gwen, it's good to see you feeling better. The whole time you were here on our trail raving about hallucinations is the first time I've ever actually felt alone. Aw, Hope hearing you say that warms my heart. Speaking of heart, it looks like your victim was popular with the ladies. In addition to his girlfriend Vanessa, he had a secret admirer, Muriel Cove. We know about Vanessa, but did you say Muriel? She said she barely knew him. Muriel sent him a text saying, "You're breaking my heart." And Eric responded, "Girl, I barely know you." It sounds like Muriel admired Eric from afar, but he really wasn't interested. Oh, poor Muriel. I bet she made an idiot of herself like I used to do, desperate to be loved. Used to? Who are you and what did you do with the real Gwen? Does this mean you're never going on doomed dates again? I think I'm taking a break from dating. This was one of the things the demon used to torture me. How pathetic I was, always looking for love. Anyways, thanks for the tip. If Muriel was secretly in love with the victim, we should go talk to her. Well, she knew he had a girlfriend, so chill out. Get that. If someone's with someone else, or someone else, it's like, don't go after them. It's like, it just seems like a waste of time. This article we found on Torn Up on the Tracks is a picture of a kraken. The title of the article is Indigenous Peoples, Boat Races, and Sacrifices to the Kraken. Gotta admit, the way the victim was stabbed and chewed on by a large creature, I'm starting to believe the kraken might be for real. The article is written by Teresa Rosenthal. Let's ask Miss Rosenthal about this kraken business. Muriel, you told us you didn't know him well, but we found your text. Were you in love with him? Oh, you found that. Look, I sent that message to him in a moment of weakness. I was upset. I immediately knew it was a mistake, but it was too late, so I went and ate a huge Philly cheesesteak sandwich to forget about it. I hope you didn't do something drastic that would hurt both of you, if you know what I mean. They did not kill him. Cross my heart and hope to die. Look, I'm sorry, but I gotta go finish paper. When Mira said she didn't kill her, she raised her left hand. Despite her denial, let's keep an eye out for the spurned lover. Always keep an eye out for the spurned lover. Professor Rosenthal, we found an article you wrote about the kraken that lives in the river near the university campus. Lives? No, the kraken was only a legend believed by the local Chilimet people over 200 years ago. They paid it respect before their boat races held against the other tribes in the region, and it was said that at the end of the race, the kraken consumed the losing team. Did you know that the Chilimet were mostly left-handed? I heard that when I was a little girl. Being left-handed myself, I couldn't resist learning more about them. Well, I found a student, Eric Prince, murdered on the dock today. He was stabbed and a large creature ate his legs. We thought it might be a kraken. No. And as I said, the kraken is only a myth. But world to me, that murder sounds awful, heartbreaking, and nauseating to imagine. What did you excuse me? I'm about to lose the Philly cheesesteak sandwich I had for lunch. Ace, come quick. There's a big freakout happening in the campus library. Will do. But I gotta go grab some stars. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Pitching ECD. Over and out. Alright, folks, pitching ECD. We are back. Let's head on to chapter number 3. What's going on? I don't know. I was just there to do some research. People start screaming. Oh, the guy probably took off his head again. Somebody's gotta do something. Something about what? What's going on? I saw it. It was a ghost. Wait, you saw a ghost here in the library? I saw it too, but it wasn't a ghost. It was like a monster, and it had super long arms like tentacles. You're all wrong. Didn't you hear about that guy, Eric something? He was murdered. There's a killer walking amongst us. Alright, everyone just calm down. We're investigating the Eric Prince incident. Unless someone has something real to discuss with us, there's no point in causing a riot. Otherwise, get your things and go. Let's take a look around. Maybe there's something more to be found in here. Well, so the head people aren't creeped out about, but anyways, I'd be creeped out about the head. Shaking up there. Oh. Ace is normal, like the victim used to use on his rowing team. But why is it out here in the library? There's crumbs of something on it. Let's collect the sample. This is like an old dagger sheath. Could this be from the knife used to stab the victim? Ben hadn't really identified the blade that was used. This could be an important clue to us. We should test it for fingerprints. And look, here's one of the library's tablets. Let's unlock it and see if there's anything helpful on it. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so we got the fingerprints tested on that dagger sheath. You know, try and identify the prints, but the FBI is going to have a more complete database than we do. Her Agent Matheson was coming to talk to the chief anyway, so let's have Matheson check these prints. That works out well. Yes, that's gotta be it. Yep. Great, the tablet's unlocked. Is that the victim's girlfriend's net profile? This conversation here looks heated. Vanessa's last message says to him, "What do I need to get you off my back?" Let's go ask Vanessa about this. I sure hope she sober up since our first conversation. Oh dear. Ooh, snap. Hey, so those crumbs are out of the way. There's a message written on this ore. It says, Eric wrote a hell. We threaten the victim like this. Identifying the crumbs you collect to help us figure that out. Let's get them underneath the microscope. Yeah, I'll end the recording. I'll end the stream. I'll set things up on a new stream, and then we'll do it. It's easier to edit that way for Bonnie. So there'll probably be like a 5-minute switch at the end of this case, or 5-10 minute switch in between the cases. Hey, some of the ore is crumbs of biscotti. Biscotti's type of biscuit that originally comes from Italy, and I think that makes pretty clear who this was. Let's go find Marcello. Shocker, his roommate isn't as much of a friend. Hey, you look familiar, I think. Did I meet you at the party last night? Sort of. It was this morning. It looked like you were the only one left at the party. We're still investigating the murder of your boyfriend. Wait, that murder thing was real? I thought he wasn't answering my test because he was mad at me. Why would he be mad at you? He said I partied too much. I told him that's what college is for. I already got almost perfect grades. Partying is how I unwind. But he wanted me to do boring stuff. Sit in restaurants, sit in movies, sit watching him, while he sits in rows in a frickin' boat. I couldn't stand all that sitting. I'm a left-handed Gemini, you know. You probably guessed that just from meeting me. It's totes odds. So, you know, I've got too much stuff I want to do. Just give me a Philly cheesesteak sandwich and get on my way, you know? Wow, I totally get it. I felt the same way for most of my 20s. I just hope you didn't kill to get that freedom. Odd. And I'll see if I can get the light on, too, for the next case. Marcella, did you ever go out in a boat with Eric? Yeah, he showed me the boat, but I have a problem with boats, and I throw out when I'm in water. Oh, you mean throw up. Why'd you go then? He convinced me to go. I say okay, and I bring my book. It's a very old book, not in print, but I believe I will keep it safe. Then in the boat, Eric splashed the paddle and splashed my book. All wet, the book. Ruined. Avevo ti un diavolo per capolo. I was so angry. Did you do anything to get back at Eric? I'm not a violent person. I just go and I get Philly cheesesteak sandwich. And I pretend this sandwich is the face of Eric and I eat it. Okay, maybe you didn't used to be a violent person, but hopefully you stopped at eating a sandwich. Unless that guy comes up with a whole bunch of things, I don't think it's him. It's one of the women, I would think. Hey, it's your chief here tells me you had some hair-raising adventures with supernatural baddies lately. You don't even want to know. We've dealt with some really dark stuff. Ask Matheson if the FBI knows anything about some stolen museum artifacts, the Scimitar of Carpathia, and the manuscript of Benbecula. Chief Arrow is right, H. Matheson. Those artifacts have serious supernatural significance. They seem to have fallen in the worst possible hands. Where they're missing, the FBI investigated thefts but never caught the culprit. If a new lead turns up, you'll be the first to know. Anyway, I do have some good news. I identified the fingerprints on the sheath you brought me, Professor Teresa Rosenthal. The archaeology professor? We know her. Ace, we've got to go talk to her about this. Man, if Agent Matheson ended up being that other demon, that would throw me for a loop. Professor Rosenthal, we found this dagger sheath, and we found your fingerprints on it. Yes, and I had a look at it. It's a fabulous artifact, possibly dating from the Viking period. We suspect this is the sheath of the dagger used to kill Eric Payne. Oh no, wait, I had no idea. What disregard for human life and human history. Also, the dagger itself is now missing. Do you have any idea where it might be? Of course not. When I handled it, it didn't even remove the dagger from its sheath. I was only looking out of curiosity. But I can tell you the dagger handle is metal, sculpted to resemble the legendary Kraken. It reminded me of something from Arthur Darkwood's novel. Never much for fiction, but that odd duck that Johann Zeek recommended Darkwood books to me, and I've been hooked ever since. Thank you for the info. Please keep your eye peeled for that dagger. Wow, Ace, there's a lot to take in with this case. Yep. Let's go back to the... I got it. Donut book. Did I get a star? Is the question. I did. Perfect. Hey, someone left a copy of his book here. It's called Interview with the Chupacabra. We know Eric's killer reads Arthur Doc, but this could be theirs. Just stay on the cover, so let's get a sample. If the killer was here, they could have hidden something in its bucket of gardening tools. Let's dig through it. Ace, if you weren't here as my partner in this case, I'd be up a creek without a paddle. Let's get to work. There we go. Ace, you got a sample from Arthur Darkwood's book. Let's send it to Priya. Oh, there's the knife. Oh, there's an. Oh, great. That's actually a really cool knife. Hey, someone hid this bloody dagger in those gardening tools, and the handle is a crack, just as Professor Rosenthal described. This is definitely the dagger that goes with the sheath he found in the library, and the blood means this could be the murder weapon. Let's go get Priya to confirm. This is nuts. It's eager to know about this dagger you found, so I'll tell you right now. Been confirmed that its dimensions match the victim's wound perfectly. This is definitely a murder weapon. It's great news. Is there anything else about the dagger that can point us? A residue on it that turned out to be detangling shampoo, which is used on long hair. That means your killer does have long hair. Huh. Priya, is there anything helpful in the sample Ace took from that Arthur Darkwood book? Well, yeah, the sample gave me was mostly polished for silver jewelry. Thankfully, there was no silver in the actual sample, or my werewolf blood would have been burning right now. He said mostly silver polish. Was there something else in the sample? Yeah, juice from caramelized onions and beef, which proves that the book is your killer's. Therefore, we know that your killer wears silver jewelry. Ace, I can tell by the silvery glint in your eye that we're getting close to catching our killer. Let's do it. Who could it be? Who could it be? I think it might be his girlfriend. Definitely think it could be his girlfriend. Oh, she's not wearing any silver. It's her. Pretty sure it's her. Not surprising, but maybe she's the Kraken? I'm wondering if she's the Kraken. Miro Kovu knows you stab Eric Prince, then had some creature eat his legs. What? That's not so grisly. Why would I do that to anyone? Maybe it's because you refused your romantic advances. Romantic advances? I had no interest in Eric. Really? What about those texts? You said you're breaking my heart. It's Vanessa I'm in love with. Eric was the one standing in my way. Oh my goodness, you had a crush on his girlfriend Vanessa. More than a crush, I happened to swim by the dock when Vanessa was with Eric in the boat, and I started to look down into the water, and I felt as she was looking right at me. I followed their boat for a while. I heard them laugh. See, I'm thinking she's a creature. I wanted to do those things too, together with her. Wait, you heard all that while you were just hanging out under the boat? How long can you hold your breath? Ah, she's a mermaid. You're a what? But you have legs. Well, I do now, yes. I sought the Kraken's help because she was the only one who could grant my wish to walk on land. Oh my gosh, her name's Muriel, like Ariel. So it's true the Kraken does exist and turned you into a human. Yes, and I approached Vanessa at a party and confessed my love to her, but she turned me down. She said she loved Eric. Clearly, Vanessa and Eric weren't good for each other. They argued all the time. Almost never did anything together, so I begged Eric to break it off. When he refused, my only option was to get him out of the way myself. She found that dagger in the library and killed him with it, fed his legs to the Kraken as payment, like a twisted version of the Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid, I don't know what that is, but everything happened like I told you. You think I could just turn back into a mermaid, slip back into the water? You got another thing coming. I have no intention of going back to the sea or evading punishment. I'm a human now, and I'll face the consequences as a human. I love running and jumping, feeling the wind, and just generally being dry. Breathing air instead of fish poop is also a plus. I wanted to finish my marine biology degree. We have to do that in prison. We're turning you over to the cops for murder. Crazy. Yep. So let's head on to the additional investigation. Alright, folks. Pitching against idiot. We're going to the keys to the kingdom. This was nuts. I was not expecting the guy without a head. Rathamael, who's in the rebellion with Darth of Darkwood. He's dead now. We know nothing more about him or his... Oh, that's right. He's dead, so it can't be Agent Matheson. Anyways, Arthur said Rathamael was hiding here on the East Coast after the war. That's true. The Revenant dude might have crossed paths with him. It's a great idea, Felix. And we might also talk to Muriel. Given her supernatural origin, she might know something about demons, their queen, and the keys. No stone unturned, right? Perfect. Let's talk to Johann and Muriel and see what they know. Oh, say what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yikes. Man, this may seem like a strange question, but do you know anything about demons? Demons? I'm sure unsure of what you mean. You demons, powerful evil creatures from the netherworld, ever come across any? Perhaps. I must confess, I've seen a lot in my 200 years walking this earth. However, I kept a diary all this time, so there may be something of help written in there. Some hooligans were harassing me while I was writing in it earlier and chose to hold on tighter to my head than the journal, so it was lost somewhere near the dock. Wonderful. Let's go look for it, Ace. If people were messing with my head and it came off, I would move away from that place. Muriel, now that we know you used to be a mermaid, we can reveal to you that we're supernatural hunters. I thought there was something strange about you. You didn't freak out as much as when I expected when I told you my secret. Yeah, this isn't our first rodeo. But we wanted to ask you, are creatures of the sea aware of demons? We know of them, of course, but we're not the keepers of lore. For that, you need to ask the Kraken. She's the oldest and wisest of aquatic beings. But she doesn't like to be disturbed, and you've seen what she can do to you if you're not protected. Yeah, not good. How do we protect ourselves? I had an amulet that protected me, and it's in my bag, but the bag was left in the university garden when I got arrested. Alright, so let's get back to the campus and find that bag. There's also money left in it which you can have. I won't be needing it in here. It's like she'd rather be in prison than being in the ocean free, but being a mermaid. That's crazy. This is why I didn't finish off the stars here, is because I knew we'd be going back here. This whole other book map looks like Johan's diary. Look, it's even got a headless horseman created on the cover. Not very subtle for something people usually prefer to keep private. But whatever, let's get it open. There's a handbag, soda can, and an eagle. I agree, Ace is the only bag I see in the lantern's colors match the dress Muriel was wearing in kind of a fishy way. I mean fishy in a good way. Let's see if the protection amulet is in here. Yep, that is him. That's not it, it's this one. Great, now that Johan's diary is unlocked, let's have Felix search through for any mention of Raphael. Book of Demon Fish, I love it. Oh my gosh, this is the worst. There it is, the Kraken amulet, nice. Now I don't want to be a party pooper, but maybe I'll also refit one person of the Kraken. We gotta make sure this is a protective amulet and not a dinner bell. Before we rush off to the Kraken about demons, I think we should have Felix check this thing out. I don't disagree. Felix, will this amulet mirror give us protect us from the Kraken, or was she just pulling our leg? Until this thing is the real deal, and you're gonna want to wear that thing, talk to that thing. How does it even work? Could this thing just grab us if I wanted? The amulet was made from ancient singing stone. Well, I had the amulet on my desk, and pre came here like, what's that wonderful sound? It puts out this frequency that humans can't hear, but to other creatures like krakens and werewolves, it's super calming. So the amulet's totally legit. Keep this in your pocket to talk the Kraken. She'll be cool as a sea cucumber. Hope you're right. Well, at least now that we're protected, let's go have a word with the Kraken. Felix, what did you learn from reading Johann Z's diary? First of all, the dude is fascinating. He's been undead and hiding in plain sight with a detachable head for 200 years. If it were me, I'd find myself a cave or a haunted house or something to hole up in, but Johann didn't care. He's just chilling. Did you see anything about Raphael? In several entries, In the few years leading up to the millennium, Johann mentions the guy called the Pilgrim. He says the Pilgrim is ageless like the air, rootless like the river, walking the earth in human form. The Pilgrim knows that baffle others, can see in their minds and pluck jewels from their thoughts, and can seemingly be in any place in the blink of an eye. Well, mind reading and teleportation sounds like a demon, alright. Maybe discuss some Pilgrim with Johann will jog his memory and get us more info. Could be. Kraken? Miss Kraken, are you there? Meryl didn't say there was a special way to summon the Kraken. I wonder if we... Who dare calls upon me? Oh my goodness, please don't eat us. Ace, it doesn't seem like the amulet is calming her. Ooh, that familiar ringing. What a beautiful sound. Miss Kraken, ma'am, we're supernatural investigators. We wondered if we might ask you a few questions. Will you have my attention? I wanted to ask you about your knowledge of demons. The demons are rising once again as they did a quarter century ago. Their queen grows stronger, or so we hear. And the demons have stolen a precious object from me, a sextant as old as the ages. Where can we find more information? We're running out of time. I am making a pilgrimage to Niagara Falls now. It's the most haunted place in the earth. If you seek the knowledge of dark forces, you must go there, but be warned, you will put yourself in grave danger there. Alright, well, we understand the risk, but it's a bigger risk if we don't do anything. Well, there will be a supernatural ball held there soon. Here, you may mask yourselves to be in attendance. Ooh, a Kraken mask. So we're going to Niagara Falls, guys. That's fun. Johann, there's writing in your diary about the Pilgrim leading up to the year 2000. Does that ring any bells? Oh, of course, the Pilgrim. How could I have forgotten? There was someone you knew? No, but I heard tell of his powers. It was dismissed as paranoia and hearsay, but I remember a man who accused the Pilgrim of mind reading to win a card game. The man chased the Pilgrim into the street where he suddenly disappeared. Simultaneously, a hunter returning home saw a man matching the Pilgrim's description appear in a forest and rode behind him. The two locations were miles apart. Interesting. We'll provide a final piece of information. There's a well-known ritual among Highsmith students involving something called the Pilgrim's Map. It's a ragged old parchment here in the library, a map of the East Coast. The students' superstition is that if you touch the map the day before your exams, you will pass. Now I must be going. Many thanks for you returning my diary. Yep, let's go look around for that map. There's the map, but let's get everything else. That's gotta be the Pilgrim's Map, Ace. It's ragged, old, and features the East Coast. There are some faded markings on it. Let's recover them. There it is. Yeah, New York. So we are going to Niagara Falls. Ace's rank confirms the Pilgrim's Map. And look, there's a circle here in upstate New York. So we have a mysterious pilgrim person with the abilities of a demon and who appeared here around the time Rathmael would have been hiding here as a human. The Pilgrim and Rathmael are one and the same. This map could be our key to learning more about the Rathmael's human disguise. We're back at the base. We'll brief the team about these new developments. Yep. Niagara Falls, here we come. Perfect. Alright guys, I'm going to stop this and set everything up for the next case. This has been Pitching Against 88. Over and out.